we started the masterclass on connecting with human beings and using that as our stepping stone into wealth. Today we're moving a little bit into service delivery. And for the past weeks, after I launched my book on customer service delivery, I've been doing a few tours, going to different organizations. And one of the things that, hits me is the more I go on the tour, the more I go and have these sessions with people, with amazing people from different organizations, I realize that the mandate is big. Because in every room of people that I have been in, when I ask about the service, it is still the same thing. Even those who are trying to be diplomatic to say, it's okay. I check their body language. I'm like, is it really okay? Like, nah, it's not. It means the service delivery has become a national conversation that we need to have. And what other platform than Joy on Masterclass for us to propel this conversation and this campaign? The service delivery has become something that is destroying us as human beings, Ghanaians, and destroying our beautiful country. Why? Because you could be doing something great, but if everybody around you decides not to do that great thing, you will still end up with a poor product.
It goes nowhere.
Yeah, if I decide that I want to be doing what we're talking about on Masterclass and deliver good service, and everyone around me decides not to deliver good service, it means that I will still not go anywhere, because I will be delivering the good service, but by the time I go to the next person, I go to the hospital, I'm not getting anything good. By the time I go and buy wachi, they don't care what they put in it for me. I need us all to understand as Ghanaians that for where we all want to go, and I believe as Ghanaians, as Africans, we want to go somewhere. We know that there is somewhere that we ought to be, and you feel it when you talk to every Ghanaian, that we desire more, and that desire means that we are not where we ought to be. It means there is something in us that tells us we are more than this.
Right.
Ghanaians, we are very warm people. We are very loving people. Why are our businesses failing? Why is it that we don't have second generation business, third generation business? Why are things not going the way it's supposed to be? And this one is we're not even, measuring ourselves against anybody. We're measuring ourselves against our own feelings.
And then you get the punctuation,
And so I just want this conversation to move further from ASM.
Indeed.
Let's move into the action. All right. So first of all, for those who are joining us, who are just joining us, we've established the fact that service is our design. You can write it down. You can note it. I'm pausing so that it enters into every being. Service, serving and connecting with each other is our divine design. And for example, the one who made the phone, if you made a phone for us to be able to make calls and receive calls, and someone decides to use it for a pillow, they can try, they can go up, they can jump, they can go down. The design of the phone is not meant for a pillow, for
Correct.
a place to lay your head. So no matter what you do, you aren't going to win and you will not be successful. And that's exactly how human beings are wired and how human beings are created. Our design is to serve. Our design is to connect with each other. And if we begin to serve and serve right and begin to master and keep looking for ways to serve the next person right, we will realize that the burden of sadness, depression, you feel like there's something missing, that whole thing will begin to fade because now you are in your design. So let's start from there.
Ubuntu.
Yes, you said it the other time.
We are because you are. I am because you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
And once we remove that and we want to be like, I'm the only one who wants, I want my business to prosper. Only my business. I want to be the one on top. First of all, let me just also put it out there that we deserve better as Ghanaians. Yaw deserves better. And I deserve better. And so when we need to connect with each other, let's think about that. When we need to provide service for people, let's think about that. Whether or not someone is there, whether or not someone is watching, whether or not there are mystery shoppers in your organization or not, understand this one thing, that the next person deserves better. So whatever product you're putting out there, whatever service you're going to give, ask yourself, is this a good service? Is this a good product that I'm putting out there? If it is not, rethink it.
Don't cook food biara biara.
Don't cook food.
You don't know who will
biara,
buy that
biara.
food and eat it. Maybe your family member.
Don't cook food biara biara. Yes, you're sitting in one department right now and you think that you be ogboro. You will do what you want. Guess what? The watcher person is also thinking that me too, I will show them. Isn't it, when I went to that department, they were busy doing, this one is also my office.
Yeah.
And they will cook whatever it is for you to eat, or for your auntie to eat. And that is why you have relatives who are sick of kidney diseases, liver diseases, because someone also doesn't care.
Exactly.
We need to understand that we deserve better as human
There's a
beings.
communal effect, which comes back to your point about design. The design you talk about, which is to connect and to serve each other, because there's a communal effect on everything we do. Whatever you sit here and you do, you know, my mom used to say that asimbie niwa emfa unipa ho. So you know,
I like that.
when it's happening, you say emfa me ho.
Yes.
Ebefa ho.
Ebefa ho.
The time that ebefa ho,
Yes.
it hasn't come yet.
Flood now started by,
Yes.
I heard that a few people that died in Adenta. Immediately I
Oh,
took my
dear.
phone because my mom lives in Adenta.
Oh, dear.
Are you getting me? And to baby who say uti baby flood in the honti and family home. Yes, he and family home. Guess what? Someone close to you, and you would never know. And so we need to take.
If we
what
think
you're
like
talking about
that, then our posture will be different.
Thank you.
And we'll now reach out and help each other, because in helping others, we help ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In helping and connecting with others, we connect with ourselves.
Indeed.
All right. Now, for every human being who enters your business, inbox, office, and into your life, they are silently asking, do you see me? Do I matter? And will you respond to me quickly with care? Everyone you meet.
Repeat that for me.
So for every human transaction, or everyone that you meet, they are silently asking that, do you see me? Do I matter? Will you respond to me quickly with care? Why? Because for the human being, our physiological need is care and urgency, the urgency with which you care for us. And so for every human being coming into your inbox, because of course they came into your inbox for a reason, they're asking, how long will it take this person to respond to me? I'm calling, will this person respond to me? And when this person responds, will this person care for me? And, to what extent will this person care? Everyone that you meet is silently asking these questions. Now, someone will say, Casandra, you're asking us to connect with people, nipanye. When I bring people into my life, I've had this issue before. We started the conversation last week by saying that there are 3 categories of, stages in which you put people. First of all, you need to keep connecting. So if the more you connect, the more people you have in your first box of human beings, the more people you would have in the second one, and the more people you have in the third one. Let me clarify that one. You need to keep connecting with people. However, let me show you how easy it is for you to keep solid, clear, and relationships that will benefit you. There are people who will forever remain in your public circle, and those are the highs. Today if you have Pojemo, they are the ones who will come. Today if your mother died or your grandmother died, they are the ones who will come and fill the place. So forever keep connecting with people. However, for them to move from the public sector of your life into the private side of your life, you need to have tested them. Test Yaw before you move Yaw into your private life. So for everything that Yaw and I, does online, we have a lot of people in our inbox, right?
Of course.
They're still in our public, public. So things that should be in the public domain is what you give or feed those in the public domain.
Exactly.
And for you to move them from the public into the private, you need to have tested them. Then you can.
You need to graduate them gradually.
Thank you. Then you can now say that, this one, I trust him to put him or her in my private. So now when I'm having my birthday, my 40th birthday, and I'm having something small at home, remember they are coming into your home. They'll come into your toilet. They'll perhaps maybe peep in your bedroom as they are going. So if you haven't tested them, you can't bring them into your private space.
So you also need to be sensitive. By all means, connect. By all means, connect. But what we're saying is that manage the connection.
You need to manage it.
Yeah.
You need to manage it.
Because we're all work in progress, aren't we?
If you do, you see, whatever we do and we make it tara and enyeshe, and we have that enyeshe attitude, we really do have it. We really do have it as Ghanaians, that whole thing of enyeshe. Don't bring people into your private space when you haven't tested them. You don't know them.
Yeah.
So I was having a conversation with a friend. I wouldn't say a friend, someone I met, and we talk a lot on WhatsApp. And now he wanted to know private things about me. And I said, I don't share these things. I don't share these things. I mean, first of all, who are you?
You haven't earned it.
You haven't earned it. If you earn it, when I test you and I move you into the private, then I can say, oh my goodness, yes, I can tell you A, B, or C. Now, there's another set of people. Remember that the private people still cannot know things that you know that if people know about you today, it will destroy you. You don't tell people in your private space. You tell those in your secret space.
Yeah.
And that too, you should have tested them. And I say that you also have one thing on them before. You see, it's a test. If you don't have anything on them first, and you want to now go and divulge a very, very deep secret of yours to them, you are also wrong.
But I mean, I'm listening to you, and I'm maybe saying that another way of looking at this, and I have a personal principle.
Yeah.
Mine is a principle of the circles.
Okay.
And it's not even necessarily about being wary of people. You must connect. It's either you connect or you die. You have to connect.
Thank you.
But manage the connection so that you manage your expectations. But by all means, do connect. And I think you're talking about graduating people is brilliant. So the principle of the circles, everybody just, if you are able to, just pick up a plain sheet of paper and draw a couple of circles. The only person in the center of the circle is you.
Is where you.
Is you.
You.
You. And if you are a person of faith, you and God.
Yes.
In fact, I dare say, and I want to hear what you have to say, nobody should ever be in that center circle except you and God.
Yaw,
your blood family comes in close of the circles.
There are some people who could come inside perhaps because they are your spouse.
Based on your exactly. Based on your circumstances.
Absolutely.
But you must have those circles for a reason, so that you manage the transitions.
Yeah.
You will connect regardless, but you must manage the transitions. Not just because somebody can do you in, but so that you can remain strong and relevant to connect with the world. Last week I said something about the fact that the reason why we must be excellent at everything we do is because the world is counting on you not to fail. So it is not necessarily because somebody will do you in, no, but because you have a responsibility to yourself and to the world to remain relevant.
Absolutely.
So don't
lose
too
it.
much, and don't lose it.
Thank you. Don't lose it. Don't expose too much.
Yeah.
Now we are friends. We just met 2 days ago, and already they know who our boyfriend is, where we slept last night.
Manage
those relationships as you go. Now the winning formula, you can write it down. Find what the next person needs most. In connecting with people, like I said, every human being is silently asking questions. Will this person care for me? Does this person see me? Will this person, move urgently if I have a need? Now, find what the next person needs the most. This is the winning formula of how to form or to forge human-centric relationships that will build us and also build the businesses that in big corporations that we want to have in Ghana. Provide it with care and urgency. So find out what the next person needs. What does Yaw really need? And you will only find it when you ask questions and you really, there are sometimes you ask questions, you're just asking because the world expects you to ask, how is Yaw doing? But if you're asking because you're intentional, you will pick up from the way he responded.
You listen, you
observe,
you watch.
You
connect.
observe. That's how you connect. Yeah. And that, you see, what we are talking about starts with you changing something about the way you look at the next person. Once that change happens, it will be natural for you to now want to really know who Yaw is so that you can serve him better.
Yeah.
ayonko fana ye babe have no. Again, what does Yaw really need from me?
Exactly.
Perhaps Yaw always need one call every week. So if that is not established, or if perhaps Yaw keeps saying it, but I haven't heard it.
And it goes back to the point you make about, do you see me? And what all that means is people just want to be recognized.
Yeah.
So, for example, when someone walks into your office and they're asking for a loan, you're a bank manager, and you say, please talk, I'm listening, and you're typing. They say, I wanted to discuss something with you. Go on, I'm listening.
Yes.
They say, your actions are speaking so loudly, I can't hear what you are saying.
Yes.
You're not connecting.
You're not connected.
People just want to connect.
Yes.
They want you to see them. And so in certain parts of Southern Africa and Eastern Africa, when they greet in their local language, they say,
I see you.
I see you.
Yeah. It means that whatever I was doing, I left it, and I see you.
Not just that I'm looking at you,
Yes,
but I recognize you. Absolutely. I notice you are here. You are the only thing that's happening right now. I see you. And you get the best out of people.
Winning factor. And
you get the best out of people.
The winning formula is what you've just talked about.
Yeah.
People just want, because it's a we need it as human beings.
Yeah.
We feed on it. So if we do not understand the basis for which, first of all, I've been asking a lot of business people, why are you in business? You're in business because you think you're a nice person. You're in business because you think you can cook wache. No. No. You will cook the wache, but if you're not connecting with the people, you will cook the kenke, but if you're not connected with the people, we're going to eat the kenke. You will just be praying to God and say, but God, I'm a nice person. No, you've not applied the formula.
Exactly.
Apply the formula, because you can be a nice person, but if you haven't had anything that could produce a baby, you aren't having a baby.
Exactly.
You can be praying and say, God,
Yeah.
God is like, what's she doing?
Yeah.
What's she doing?
Yeah.
Go apply the formula.
Yeah.
The formula is you need to see people.
Exactly.
And you need to be meeting their need.
Exactly.
And you need to move with them, towards them with urgency. Yeah. If you're not doing that, it is why you haven't gotten to where you know you're supposed to get somewhere, but it's not getting there.
And even bringing it back to the topic we're talking about, serving people and building profits, it's a reason why somebody will spend. It's a reason why people will spend. They'll make a spending decision.
Yeah.
Not because they even need it.
Yes.
But because they've looked at you, they've seen how you conducted yourself, and they say, I want to buy something from you. I need to buy this for 25 people anyway. I could have bought it from the Walmart down the road, but I want to buy it from you. Because you see me.
Yes. Because I fed you what you need as a human being, which is care.
Exactly.
And urgency.
Exactly.
Once you feed any human being that is what makes them tick. You can't
People
do
have got
anything
contracts, business opportunities for interviews and presentations they were heading to. They met the people before they got into the interview. They didn't know they were meeting them. That was their interview. They connected. They didn't say, I'm in a hurry, get out of my way. And when they walked into the room, at the end of that presentation, the person walks out and they say, I saw you 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He said, yes.
Yes.
Because of so and so and so, you've got the job.
Absolutely.
You got the contract. You've got this.
Absolutely.
You've got that. That's how you build wealth.
It's the way you build wealth.
The way you treat people.
The way you treat people. Ghana, for us to get to where we ought to be, we need to change our mindset about the next person. If I truly believe that Yaw deserves good, I will not come back on the market without rotting food from yesterday and still decide that I'm going to sell it. The service is the product is terrible, but I'm still going to force it onto the market and I don't care. You see, once we change that, it means that we're already going to change everything about us. Yeah. If we change how you look at the next person is as important as you. If you think about it that way, and if you know that they also deserve better, I don't know where I will also go and meet them. And I also need them to treat me with the care and the urgency. If we begin to treat each other like that, that is how we're going to win. And I wrote here that apart from that, we need to repeat this and be consistent with it. Now, over time, when people feel seen, heard, and helped, you earn their loyalty. You will win their hearts. They will fight for your business even when you are not in the room. That is how we grow businesses.
Yes,
they begin to fight for you. When people are talking ill about you, they fight for you because they know that you've treated them with care.
Indeed.
They know that you are in the they've won your
They'll
heart.
be there and they'll be doing you in and they say, no. Who are you? Is it Casandra?
Yeah.
No. I don't think she's like that. Maybe there was a problem. I don't think she's like that.
Exactly.
Because you connected.
You connected.
And that's your profit right there. It's opening doors.
It's opening doors.
Yeah.
It's opening doors. Now, questions for us to think about. I love questions. In every Ghanaian group conversation, poor customer service comes up, just like I said from the beginning. Yeah. Now, the question is, if everyone is complaining, everyone in the room is complaining about poor service, who are the culprits? So first of all, I need you to look at yourself.
Who is the elephant in the room?
Who is the elephant? Everyone says the service is poor. So now I'm asking, okay, if every Ghanaian says the customer service is poor, then who is it? Is it Togolese? Is it?
It's like when you go for an election.
Is it Americans that come
and they say you got zero? So even me, I didn't vote for.
Exactly, that's so funny. Exactly. We are all players in this culture. You need to understand that we all are serving this mediocrity. We all tolerating the mediocrity. Why? Because the reason why you're tolerating is because you're also not really giving it. Let's be honest. At the back of your mind, you know that at your workplace, you're also not giving anything. Your connections with people are not so great. So you tolerate it when people do it and you're like, no, it's fine. Even though the watches is fine. Because in your workplace, you're also doing the it's fine, and giving bad service to people. And these are the things that we need to consider and think and begin to change. Now, we say it's just how things are. It's not how things are. It could be better. Yeah. Some of us have traveled. We see how. Now, I've lived in certain jurisdictions where if it is the nationality, you see, when you are of that particular nationality, you're served, like you get. Now, in our country, it's like when it's a Ghanaian, rather.
It's a reverse.
We need to change. The forest must be destroyed because it's a Ghanaian, not rather someone else. Yeah. All these needs to stop. Now, the truth is, poor service isn't just a business failure. It's a national mirror showing how little we value each other and ultimately how little we value our collective success. And for us to change, there are 4 pillars of powerful service. First of all, identify the need. Everyone has one, just like I said. Solve or attempt to solve it. Make an effort to solve it. Add care and attention while you're solving it and make them feel like they matter. Yeah. Move fast with urgency. That is how you show care. And like I said, it's the physiological need. Every human being craves that thing of being cared for. So as soon as you do it, then you are on the road to, harnessing this human-centric wealthy businesses, or you begin to become happy yourself. Let me start with you, because when you are happy and the people around you are happy and your family understands what we're talking about, it makes it very, very easy for us to achieve what we all want to achieve. Right. Now let's talk about some of the myths and truths.
Hold the myths for me. I think that this conversation is getting exciting and I want our listeners to be a part of it. If you've just tuned in, this is Masterclass. We'll take a quick break from our sponsors. When we come back, we get interactive.
Kofi Hayford here with Showbiz News Flash, powered by Joy Entertainment. They're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. Oh, congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. His rap song, Not Like Us, has broken yet another rap record. It has become the first ever rap song to spend 52 consecutive weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 music charts. More than one whole year. Now that's consistency. Congrats to Kendrick. On a lighter note, Nigeria's Mr. P of P Square fame has reacted to a post on social media that suggests that Ghana police is after one Peter Okoye who is allegedly wanted for fraud. Mr. P says Ghana police should clarify their search because he's not a thief and certainly not the Peter Okoye they're looking for. TGMA 2025 Record of the Year winner AEC has revealed why it took so long for him to be massively recognized by Ghanaians despite being around for over a decade. AEC says he's been putting in the work, but he believes not everyone is made for fame and all that it comes with, and that some people like him are made for purpose. That's all for now on Showbiz News Flash, powered by Joy Entertainment. Do visit Joy Entertainment's social media pages and myjoyonline.com for more. I am Kofi Hayford. Joy Entertainment. We are large and in charge.
Your favorite favorite on-air business development program, Joy Business Masterclass, is in session, and you can interact with us on Facebook via the Joy 99.7 FM or Joy Business pages. If you tweet, the handle is at Joy 997 FM or at Joy Business GH. Don't forget to hashtag JB Masterclass. You can also call us on 0302 216541 or send your questions and contributions through to the WhatsApp number 0551 111997, and our facilitators will address your concerns. Attention everyone, class is in progress.
Welcome back. If you've just tuned in, this is Masterclass and we're interactive right now. Numbers to call 0302 216 541. That's 0302 216 541. You can also send us your comments on 055 997. Pick up that phone, give us a call. Let's have a conversation. We're here in the studio with Casandra, who's a financial advisor and sales strategist. And this is the third week of our conversations on unlocking your wealth. Today we talk about serving people and building profits. Serving people and building profits. What's that one experience you've had where you served somebody well and that experience opened the door for you, either in your personal life, either in your business, either for someone close to you? Let's share those experiences so we can all become better for it. Serving people and building profits here in the studio on Masterclass with Casandra. Just to also remind us that today's edition of Masterclass is brought to us by Goyle. Goyle, they say good energy, Goyle. Yanara, Yedia. Phone lines are open. Numbers to call 0302 216 541. That's 0302 216 541. Or pick up that phone. Send us a message on 055 997. Cassandra, I think we still had a couple more slides to go.
Yes.
So maybe we could just go on until the phone lines begin to ring.
Until the phone lines ring or messages start coming in. Let's go into the myths and truths about, building. Okay,
just before you continue on the myths, I've got a comment on social media. This one doesn't add a name, but it says, good afternoon. This is Ato. Okay, that's Ato Roxon. Ato, good afternoon to you. I'm listening from Coligono. Please ask Cassandra the title of her customer service book, which bookshops are selling, and then finally, the cost. Cassandra.
It's the orchestra.
Okay.
It was just launched a couple of weeks ago, the orchestra. To order, you can call 020-704-2140 or email at sandyapp, so SANDYAPP, 202@gmail.com. You can place your order and we'll most definitely make sure that you get it. Thank you, Roxanne.
Thank you for reaching out from Coligono this afternoon. We're still interactive. Numbers to call 0302 216 541. Or you can also send us your comment just like Roxanne did on 055 111 We're talking about myths, right?
Yes,
yeah,
the
let's
myths.
Go.
And which we want to break away from some of the and the things that we've always accepted about people, and then to embrace certain truths about why human-centric life is needed, to live a human-centric, to live a service-based life. And what the first one is, we need each other. Interdependence is our superpower. So for you to become happy and for you to have a happy family, a happy organization and a happy nation, we need to have this understanding that we need each other. The second one is change your words. So your daily confession of course shapes your reality. And so human beings are good, they are not bad. I need people in my life. I won't live in isolation. These are some of the things that we need to embrace. Now, be a need seeker. You seek a need of other people. Be a need provider. Wealth flows where needs are met. Period. The fourth one is be transparent about your needs. Hidden, uncommunicated needs lead to broken expectations. So,
in other words, one area.
You connect with people, you didn't tell them exactly, you were not clear on what you wanted from them.
Stop pretending.
Stop pretending.
Your answer is with the next person.
Yes.
Just next to you.
Yes.
Let them know you need help.
Let them know you need help. And be open in your conversations and your relationships and connectivity with people. Let people know why you are in their lives.
I used to have a head of HR in South Africa once, and he says that if you need help, shout.
Thank you. Just shout.
He says, yeah, if you need help, shout. So if you don't talk about it,
No one will know.
Exactly.
No one will
All
know.
right.
Even in our romantic relationships, it's mostly some of the problems that we face in there, because you're assuming that someone should know what you are going through, or someone should be able to pick up. It's not all the time people are able to pick up things. So please, let's learn to just be clear on what we want from these connections. All right. And the fifth one is have engagement codes. Define who belongs in the public. I think I already said that. Who belongs in the private, or your secret sections of your life and business. Be very careful who you move into the private. Very careful who you move into the into the secret aspect of your life. Always test people before you move them. If you haven't tested them, don't move them into the next stage of your relationship circle. And test people, even test the information. Like I said, test the information. Don't assume, don't take my word for it. Work at it, test the information, and let me know, or let Yaw and I know if it works or not. Expect to be treated well. Expect to be treated well, because I already said from the beginning, it's our birthright. We all need to be treated well, but start from treating others well.
Indeed.
Expect to be treated well. So when you go somewhere and you are not treated well, please start speaking up to say, no, this is not acceptable. I came here, I drove all the way with my hard-earned money. No, it's not acceptable. Let's learn. You see, when we expect it and we know that we deserve it, we don't just let it go.
I'm just imagining the response to that.
I know. But soon, when they see Yaw entering, everybody is ready to give Yaw good service. But if you feel like you don't deserve it, and we just take anything.
So an example of that, what you're talking about, is if we keep doing the right thing long enough, it becomes the norm.
It will.
So a very, very good afternoon to my pastor. You know yourself, you are listening. When it comes to time consciousness, he is so time conscious, it's painful. So let me give you a very extreme example. An event was supposed to start at a certain time.
Yes.
12 o'clock. The person showed up at 12:05. When the person showed up, they had started.
Thank you.
Do you know what the event was? It was a wedding.
I know it to be a wedding.
They were late for their own wedding. When they came, the wedding had started.
Thank you. I would love that. Because I'm time conscious.
So we should demand quality.
Yes.
And if you do it long enough, it becomes the norm.
Yes. Like I said, this masterclass is not for everyone, and I will emphasize it again. It's not for everyone. It's just for a few people who want the change. Because guess what? It's not everybody who wants to change. And we aren't all going to join them in the gutter. Some of us want change. And so the few who will start the change, guess what? It becomes the norm. It becomes the norm in such a way that if those who refuse to catch up, you see that they will rather be the
but in the end, they also still appreciate the change. I gave you two examples yesterday on the news. The mayors of Kumasi and Accra, they got such backlash for the decongestion they wanted to do. And mayors, if you are listening, good afternoon to you from Masterclass. But when they did it, because they engaged the people, what we're talking about, they engaged the traders in Kumasi, they engaged the traders in Accra. In the end, the people said, we like what you are doing, keep doing it, because it makes the streets less congested. So they won't come along in the beginning, but eventually, if they see the results, they will come along.
They will come along.
Yes.
So the few of us need to just move the agenda, move the campaign of Ghanaians deserve better, move the campaign of one good service changes everything. Let's move the campaign. Just a few of us that started, you see that other people keep joining because it is the right thing.
Indeed.
I've said that as long as it's the right thing, people will most definitely join in.
We're still interactive. Numbers to call 0302216541. I've got a few minutes to pick a couple of calls. Pick up that phone. Let's hear your thoughts, what your experiences have been on 0302216541. You can also send us your comments on 05511119997. I've got a comment on social media. This one is from my brother Yaw. So what? Another great discussion with Yaw. Oh, Ajiman Joseph. Good afternoon from Tema. He's a great guy, ardent listener. He's always reaching out. Thank you for reaching out to us. We've got a few more minutes to take a few more messages. By all means, do reach out to us on 05511119997. Or pick up that phone, give us a call on 0302216541. Yes.
There is something our language does. I'm watching the Wafa and I'm like, Wafa, it just creates a
I know, right? I know.
Wafa Yaw.
I know.
Just teasing Yaw.
Ajingo the man. That's his name.
Oh, okay. The last one is, when disappointed, don't shut down. Grow, learn, and serve the next person better. when this
That's
relationship
tough.
doesn't go
Yeah.
well, when this client doesn't go well, when this customer doesn't go well, when this connectivity doesn't go well, don't shut down. Don't go back to people are not good. I'm not going to connect with anybody. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to sit in my corner. Please, we still want the money. We still want to grow. We still want to be wealthy. And so don't shut down. Rather learn from it and serve the next person or connect with the next person better using the right codes of connectivity. Now, action steps, because we love for us all to take the action. It's not about talking. Is about taking action. Now, what should we do from today? First of all, write it down. Audit how you and your business make people feel. The second one, build systems that prioritize speed, respect, and care. The third one is train your staff. I love training because I provide training. Training works. When people say, as for Ghanaians, when you are dealing with them, when they work for you at home, you need to be insulting them. No. When you train people, listen, when you train people how you want them to behave, they'll behave the same way.
Yeah.
Give them time, they will behave.
Yeah.
We like animals.
Yeah.
The way you
Yeah.
train us.
Conditioning.
Yes, condition us and we will.
Yeah.
Remember that you go and bring someone to come and work for you. They've been working somewhere before they came to you. They had a different conditioning. If you want them to align to your vision and to your dream and to your home and to your culture, you need to take time over a period of time
Exactly.
to condition them.
Exactly.
Until you have done that, don't say that, then you are slapping the person, then you're insulting the person. Yeah.
But
People
if
know.
those people go into a different environment or circumstance, they'll perform. So then what is the constant and what is the variable?
Yeah, do you know how I got to know that it works? When I first came, getting the right people to work with was difficult. Then I started a mentoring program. And mentoring people to begin to have respect for time, respect for people, serve better, work better.
Yeah.
And guess what? Then I started working with the people. So every year, I recruit people from my mentoring program to come and work with me. Yaw, I have amazing people I work with.
Yep.
When you show people how you want things done over a period of time, and like you said, you see, people are not stupid. They know it when you are connecting with them
They
on
do.
the basis of real.
They do.
They know. And
But-
they know when you're BSing them.
They know.
They know.
But Maya Angelou said, bless her soul, she says that people will forget what you gave them. They'll forget what you told, what you said to them. But they will never forget how you made them feel.
So I'll give you an example. Someone contacted me. We were talking about you can connect with people. It doesn't necessarily mean sending them money. Sometimes, we don't pick people's calls, or we don't want to connect with people because we look at their level and like, no. Don't have that mindset. Have that mindset of this person deserves better. This person is also a quality human being. Despite their status, they deserve better. When you have that mindset, so I had a call from someone who needed money for something, and I couldn't provide it. But following day, I was like, I hope you come right. But it was something medical, so it was still, really on my heart.
Yeah.
So following day, I checked on her. Were you able to? You see, it takes the little things. Just be genuinely concerned about people and genuinely connect with people. And they will do, listen, at the end of the day, it's to your benefit. If you're a business owner, you begin to win. Who wins? If it is your home and the people who work for you now do it the way you want, who wins? It's you that wins.
Exactly. It opens doors that you wouldn't even know existed.
Absolutely, yeah. So training is very important. And then let every call, every email, every greeting and so I said let every phone call, email, greeting, delay be a mirror. Okay. So let every call, email, and greeting delay be a mirror of your excellence.
Right.
Make service your daily way of living, not an afterthought. Now, to close or in conclusion, service is how we build trust. Service is our design. Service is how we build wealth. Let's remove the hedges and the cultural, there's something there. That's another conversation for another day. There's something embedded in our culture that just says, enyeshi, this thing is mediocrity, but enyeshi. But sometimes I beg to differ. I go back into our culture and I go back deep, and I want to ask even my great grandmother, time and ask myself, were they accepting mediocrity? No. Are you telling me that they were just, serving anything and anything?
No.
They were very particular.
They were.
So if even it's culture, it is not from who we really are.
Yeah.
At some point, something happened. We tried to pick up other cultures, and I don't think we picked it up properly. And then it now made our culture.
I've got a couple of comments on social media. Let's try and put them in real quick and then we can get out of here. This one says, good afternoon. I'm Michael from Teshin. Cassandra's presentation is so real. I just went to the Arts Center a few minutes ago. When I parked my car, this guy came to meet me to welcome me. He politely asked what I needed, but I ignored him. He invited me to take a look at his shop, but I ignored him. I went on to buy from another shop. And when I got to my car, this guy was there to ask of what I got.
Yeah.
Okay, ask me what I got, what I wanted. I felt so bad. I had to buy something from him to cover my shame. Okay, this is Michael. Another comment here says, good day, Yaw, and your guest. For this great and insightful discussion. Enjoy the rest of your day. This is Sarah Amanfo from Inside Winneba. Thank you so much, Sarah. I've got a final one from Edmond Awaite. Edmond says, good afternoon, Masterclass. Great presentation. Your relationship with your staff is the bedrock for organizational performance. Quick reaction in doing that. Give us your final takeout for today and what we should look forward to next week.
The final takeout for today, of course, is the fact that we are designed to serve, and we need to start fulfilling the reason why we are designed or the purpose of our design. Otherwise, we keep becoming unhappy. We will never create the wealth that we want. And so understand that the next person deserves better. The next person is also a human being like you. And once we decide that everybody deserves better, every Ghanaian deserves better, and every Ghanaian deserves good service, I believe we will begin to build solid individuals, move into solid communities, and solid nation as well. So let's just understand that we all deserve
Borrowing
better.
from the words of the famous musician Michael Jackson says, we are the world. We are the people.
Yeah.
We are the ones to make the world a better place. This has been Masterclass here on your Superstation. God willing, we come your way with yet another exciting edition. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you same time next week.